Hello, and it's been a very, very long time since our last episode, but thank you for coming back to the show that I've forgotten what I've currently renamed it.
Yes, nice to see you again at TTYL.
No, it was something, oh gosh, what was it?
TYTL.
So, that's the first obvious news, is that we're renaming the show because we realized that the Thanks for Watching show isn't very funny. I mean, actually, it kind of was when I listened back to the episodes, which was a real trip because you kind of forget you have these conversations. And then, oh gosh, I hope that squirting kind of like drinking noise isn't getting on the air right now. You know, I said that you don't have to be so close, but you also don't have to be so far from the microphone.
Dear listeners.
Could you stop whispering? You know, I feel like half this show is you messing with me, of pretending you don't know how to record quality audio. Come on. Come on, just speak with a regular speaking voice. They have been waiting to hear from us. The last time we had an episode, you weren't even on the episode.
Oh, that's
There are
right.
like 2 episodes in the computer that I will never release. There are 2 different versions of episode 4. One of which is 2 hours long. That is just not getting released. So yeah, episode 5 was with Lala, and we talked about Beauty and the Beast the entire time, and that was pretty great. Oh, and California Adventure, which update is not only a rumor, but it's true. So say goodbye to Tower of Terror and say hello to Guardians of the Galaxy. Sorry if the audio quality, that's the other thing that's kind of a weird dip, is we're readjusting. There's not a lot of good table space in this apartment. I'm thinking of fixing that, but the table would probably be outside due to the configuration of the apartment, which makes things even more complicated because recording outside is something you really don't want to do.
It'll be windy. You'll hear lots of wind.
And
I hope
traffic.
you like wind.
I mean, I kind of like wind.
I hope it's your best friend.
You know, I'm like...
And you're ecstatic to hear it. Your
So-
long lost friend.
So none of you can see me clearly because I was the joke of our show originally, but I'm actually I'm not even sitting on the couch right now. I'm sitting against the couch. So my legs are under the table. That way I'm level with the mic. And Aileen was the same way, but now she's decided to sit up like a regular person and talk into the mic.
Yes. I like to feel like I'm not cramped.
I mean, that I get, but you could at least talk straight into the mic. Do I need to adjust this now? Because it falls over when I adjust it.
Yes,
usually.
please give it to me so I can pretend I'm a reporter.
Oh my gosh. So bear with us if the audio issues are. We're reformatting the show mostly because I found a great free soundboard mixer on the internet, which is exactly everything I wanted. The catch is that it only lets you record in 15-minute bursts, so there will be a musical interlude in our podcast at every 15 minutes. It'll be a little nicely segmented. Or really what that means is that we'll have to shut up at the 14-minute mark and then like try to figure out whatever we were talking about and never finish our story. So I have been talking through literally this entire song. It's about time you made your comeback.
Song, huh?
Yeah.
So it's not a podcast anymore. This is just a free-form, music.
No,
musical
dummy.
channel
Okay,
station.
you can't hear it because you don't listen to the earphones.
Oh, I see.
But I have been playing a lovely title track live, by the way. I don't have to do any more editing of this podcast. That is the best part. You're going to hear a lot more podcasts because I miss this from my radio days of being able to edit this podcast live and mix it. And so I'm very happy, and if there's one thing I've learned is that I'm very loud by nature, but in order to get all my inflection, my volume has to be up here, which works out for in terms of Aileen because I can just have one mic, the mic face Aileen, and I talk in the back of it, and as you can hear, it's picking me up pretty clearly right now.
He is twice as far from the mic as I am.
Yeah, and again, you can't see, but it's pretty impressive the job that I'm doing here with this convoluted setup that we've got. I mean, this is the most complicated setup. And we used to do this on Audacity, and wow, we've spent 5 minutes talking about the podcast itself. I'm pretty sure this is exactly what they wanted to hear about our lives, right? So, I mean, everything that our listeners really know, they kind of have heard along the way. The move was smooth. The apartment's clean right now. Okay, you made a whisper joke, but no one could hear you because you didn't whisper it into the mic.
That wasn't meant for the listeners.
No, all you gotta do is get up to the mic and go whisper, and they get the whisper.
No, the joke is for your eyes only, dear.
What? It wasn't even funny or racy or anything. It was just you just went clean apartment. I
That's not what I said.
What did you say?
I said smooth.
Smooth move?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the move was smooth. Did I say the smooth was move? I hope
you did.
I kind of wish I did. As you can see, we're kind of recording this late. We have a what's it called? We have a lab that's due that was gracefully extended today. We had an ICS exam, which, I mean, not like anyone will listen to it, but we can't talk about. No, the exam's over. We can talk about it. Never mind. It was just until the last exam's taken, right? Which was done at 6.
At 4.
Oh, done at 4?
6.
Yeah, 4 to 6. Thank you.
Yeah.
These, although I guess there's no point in not talking about it at 4. They're already in the test, you know? I don't know about the logic. Whoa! Okay, so
yeah.
So here's a funny story for you. So our upstairs neighbors apparently had this agreement worked out with the mix of people that lived here before me. And so we thought weird stuff was going on above us. And as it turns out, at one night, we go up there to figure out what the heck's going on, and we knock on their door, and they never knew that the people that they were buddies with down here moved out. And they used to be okay with what they do is the top floor above us gets a bunch of people over, like their friends, and they do like Zumba, like their own homegrown Zumba class.
Oh, that's what they were doing.
Wait, have I never told you this?
You didn't tell me.
Oh,
I thought they were just jumping.
No. Well, you weren't wrong. They really were just jumping up and down for exercise purposes. And the mic falls down. Wow. Okay.
Mic drop.
We have a very perilous setup. We like to podcast dangerously here at the whatever the heck I called this show. Hold on. The other part of this surprise that not only is the podcast back, it's nothing to do with anything. That is the new title of our show. Welcome to the welcome back to Nothing to Do with Anything, episode 6.
Or No Todoa.
No Todoa. I will not call it that. No Todoa.
No Todoa.
Not toi. I abbreviate it. I've re-updated the Game and Burger blog, and that's going to be where I host my podcast, actually, because although it's really ghetto right now because it looks all nice, but you click on the link and it takes you to a Google download, which makes it look like it's going to play you the file, but then it's like, oh, we had a problem, download it. So it almost looks sketch because Tumblr, the first episode, which was like only like 10 minutes long, which is weird for us, is able to be hosted fine. But anything longer than, I think, I'm going to take a wild guess at 20 minutes. Tumblr just says, no, don't you can't. I won't let you.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it would be crazy if they just let me upload hours and hours of content for free, media-wise. I mean, that's a lot. But then again, they allow videos, although I guess that must be cut short to a certain degree.
How about SoundCloud? I mean, I know that's for music, but...
No, you're right. That's where it goes.
Yeah.
And I bet there's even integration with Tumblr. I'll look into that, and if I do, I'll re-upload again for the second time, for the third time. But hey, I gotta say the one thing that's nice about this is that this is all live mixed into an MP3, so I don't have to do a dot wave into a MP3 at all, and I don't have to edit this podcast anymore. I just have to stick the two parts together. That's the most editing is I have to stick one thing next to the other.
That's pretty magical.
It is pretty magical. The only thing is that we have this 15-minute ticker on us the entire time.
I thought we were supposed to make it discreet, Just pretend.
No, because what happens when you record
exist.
a podcast is that we don't have actual content or any kind of funny natural talent. So what we do is we just talk about the podcast for half an hour and then call it a day. And then that's interesting content.
Very professional.
Yeah, we're very professional, I gotta say. In fact, it's actually silly of me to even wear these headphones. The only thing that's weird about this is I get no audio feedback. Not like I'd want it, because it's through the internet. And so that means I tried it with a little bit of audio feedback. I figured out a way through the settings to do it on my mic. And oh my god, it's like a near second delay.
Does that mess with your speaking?
Well, yeah, when it's a second delay, yeah. I can take half a second at most, but because that's what my radio. Well, no, my radio was near live. I found. No, it was live. That was really good, but that's because that's a nice sound system. So, I gotta say the screen setup's not great, but that's because we have to angle two people. Really, the best solution is to have two mics, but this does not support that as well. So.
Okay.
I think when you pirate me Pro Tools, we might be able to get that. I think we will you will definitely be able to record with two mics, which means you can use this one all to yourself and not blow it out, and I can use Mark's and figure that out. And then we have two microphones permanently, and they're both USB, and I have two USB connectors, and then I can just do it live, but that requires me to learn Pro Tools. And would you look at that? We've spent 11 minutes talking about the podcast. Nothing about our lives other than the Zoom people. So the biggest thing I think that went on was my jazz concert happened now a week ago. I'm way late. I meant to do this like pretty soon after, but I end up getting obsessed with trying to find a better way to do this podcast because I hate post editing. I don't like broadcasting for editing. I like it because you do it and it's done.
Yeah.
Because I can do it all at once. I can cue the tracks. I have the ending music cued. If anything, I feel like actually I don't have the time. I only have 4 minutes or 3 minutes now to really figure out if I was going to do an outro track in between this. I guess I'll just manually put it in Audacity for now. Or no, I think I'll just try and connect these parts seamlessly and we'll have a weird break. There will be an uptick in quality next week now that I've figured out how to use this. And I promise you that. And wow, I'm starting to feel the
like
radio.
You ramble quite a bit. Yes.
I'm starting to feel back in the radio, which is saying that's bad on you. You are my co-host here. You got to stop me and interject with thoughts other than wow, nice, hooray.
Yeah, great.
I can, trust me, there are plenty of freeform internet soundboards. I have one right here. I could just soundboard you and then do this podcast without you at this rate.
That's great. You could just record me and use me as your sound effect. Pretend I'm here, Just podcast with your lonely little self.
Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do a podcast, especially with Mark, where we do our audio entirely separately and we make two separate podcasts of it, and then we respond over different audio and see if it works out. I don't know. I have a lot of stupid ideas, and they're stupid because they stay in there. And now I've officially eaten up so much time. God, this ticking timer is a bit depressing.
It's a ticking time bomb. Please help. Send help.
Well, no, it's not that bad. I mean, my radio shows used to be 30 minutes. That flies when you're doing it with another person. When you're just talking by yourself, which then again, I guess I basically have this entire 11 minutes. So the second half of the show better be the Aileen show,
Oh, I don't think I can talk for 50 minutes straight.
50 or 15?
15.
Hey, you're the one that has a thick whatever accent that you're gonna call it.
Oh, I thought it was just a manner of speaking.
I don't know. You sometimes blur your words where it is accent-like.
That's true.
You also talk funny at the same time. I'm not saying you don't talk funny. And
what's the difference?
The difference.
Accent, funny talk.
The difference is that
that
I can't take you seriously, and you're impossible to understand. And with that, we're running dangerously close to our 15-minute. This has been really resounding. Normally on Audacity, I could just ignore this when we're getting way too deep into it.
Yeah.
But now I'm forced to sign the consequences. So give us a second and we'll be right back. And it's silly that I'm even saying that because it will probably be literally an instant. And maybe it'll be me going between it. So we'll be right back. And we are back. All right. So yes, we are back.
So your jazz show.
Yes, so my jazz show. Well, first I wanted to talk more about the podcast and break my immediate thing.
That's fine.
we had a mid-production meeting because that actually took some time in between. But I want to voice one more concern about the quality, which is that the quality of our voices may change between those 15-minute gaps, and that'll probably feel more natural if I stick a song in between there, which I might do, but I'm way too lazy. The whole point of this was to not edit it. But the reason is because as soon as I'm done recording a session, I can't just poop it out and then hit reset. I have to then go back and manually set up the board again. It's a simple board, so it doesn't take me too long, but I need to write down the hash marks that I put it on, really. I'll get better at this, I promise. So anyways, but enough of talking about the podcast.
Of course.
Let's get back to my jazz show. How about you go ahead and direct any questions or anything?
Right, so how did you feel about the quality of the video that I recorded of your jazz show?
That I haven't uploaded yet? Yeah, that'll be another surprise you guys will find, which is that Aileen is somehow... Well, to be fair, she wasn't doing it on purpose, but she... she was doing it on purpose. That was the issue, is that they didn't allow recording in the show, so she snuck it, which means it aimed up at the roof the entire time.
Yes, I couldn't exactly look and see.
Capture the grand excitement going up.
Of course.
The show was good. I think the more interesting story is the class, and the professor. He's like I guess if you had to embody the word jazz cat anywhere, that would be him. And Aileen has had the pleasure of speaking with him. I wholly agree. And meeting, and yeah, he's a cool dude. You know, you gotta understand and decompose the hieroglyphics of jazz. And I'm not doing a bit. This is what he sounds like. Would you say this is a pretty spot on impression there?
Yes.
And it's astounding. And
he's absolutely one of the greatest professors I've met.
Well, yeah, and he's a professional. He works still in professional bands and recordings and stuff like that.
Yep.
He plays trumpet, but because he's a professional, he does enough of everything to understand it, which means, wow, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. It's mostly the idea that, before, which was 3 years ago, I was in the kiddie pool, and now it's like I never knew that, and now it's immediate to walk in and know that. But he has his invitation extended to me for if I ever want to do it again. He always has it Wednesdays. And he says that, but the combo got taken up by the piano professor, is now closed. But now the jazz orchestra is open without tryouts, which is a weird flip on its tail, but whatever. The only thing is that 7 to 9, but like p.m.
7 to 10.
7 to 10 p.m.
Yep, 3 hours of practice at night.
But then again, I do love it. So I think I really am gonna. Well, I don't have much time to sleep with it. I registered for classes on Monday, and my counselor did email me. He said that he will get me in. Email him again Monday, and he will get me in with just tell him what section I want to get in.
Okay, great.
So that means it's annoying, because I believe I have a morning time. But it's whatever.
No matter what,
he's gonna get me in. He has written proof now, and he's acknowledged the written proof, and he's saying that okay, I'm going to do it. Thank you, not thank you. I mean, I think he's generally annoyed, but he's generally annoyed at the whole situation of that this class is so badly designed, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you think a bunch of math people would figure out that if you are saying that if you get that you have to get a C and above to move on the series
C
for your major.
And above.
No, C. I think it is C minus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so if you get and you can't retake the class if you get anything above a D minus, so D minus and above. So anything that's not a hard F, so in between there's that limbo where okay, you did bad but not bad enough to give you a second chance.
Yeah.
So in other words, what I should have done is not tried, and I should have just skipped the entire second half of class, and I mean
withdrawn,
or just failed. Is the point? It's a system that actively encourages failure at that point, which is mind-boggling that it's set up like that. Because now I'm like, if I failed, I could have just retook it the next term, and I would have been way done and way ahead.
Yep.
So the fact that I tried at all and failed is worse. So the lesson here, kids, is if the system is rigged, you play along and you fail. Because,
you should have at least made an exception for that course.
Right, and that's the ridiculous part, is that course is one of the exceptions that is like that. So it's mind-boggling. But that'll get all worked out on Monday. Now, how about you? What are anything particular interesting stories you would say since the last, I don't know, how many months has it been since episode 4A?
Oh, it's been, 6 months?
Okay, it was during the school year. It definitely was.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know.
Like this school year?
Last school year. It was in Camino, but it wasn't during the summer.
Yeah. So quite a few months.
Yeah, it's been since at least spring quarter. I know that. Because episode 3, the quiz show, was when my parents came over for Disneyland. So
yeah,
and then we had Dawn of Justice, and that was a 2-hour episode. And then we had 4A, which I didn't even really listen through. It was okay. I don't think I'm ever gonna listen. I don't want to ever edit podcasts again. And so
I don't know if I see the harm in just posting them for the heck of it.
Because because
I know they're very much uncut and unclean.
Right, and to be fair, that's our show, period. But I think I'm a firm believer that having these tracks at the beginning and end, at the very least, is like it elevates it a lot. Otherwise, it's just a weird audio phone call or something between the two of us.
Right, I see.
To be fair, that's also not far off from what we exist as currently. No, but anyways, I've eaten up the time by talking about the show for another 2 minutes. So
yet again.
Would you get on with your life?
Let's see. I quit my job, basically, because of school. I was struggling a bit with my classes, and I realized I needed to have more time to go to office hours and study and whatnot.
Right, and I was hoping they would pick me up, but unfortunately, it looks like they were really hard set on that work study, on getting someone with a work study, or maybe no, they would have gotten me by now because they know you're out the door. Tomorrow's your last day.
Yep, I think they've gotten a person, and really, it's just because that you don't have a work study.
No, and you know what? It's fine. I honestly don't mind delaying a job till January because I don't want it to mess up Christmas at this point. I was fine if I would have gotten earlier of working around that and figuring out because we're driving, so we're pretty flexible. But at this point, I really don't want to get that on short term. So I'll just aim for a January job. Maybe I could get another food job. Or, no, there was that student center opening. Yeah, so... We'll see about that.
There are plenty of options
that
for
conversation
you if only
goes around. Yeah, it's just at this point I don't want it to mess up Christmas.
Yeah,
because
that's totally fine.
God, I hate that. I just want to be home for Christmas. And we will be. And speaking of drives and being home, this is Thursday currently.
Yep.
So this Tuesday morning we're gonna go up and we are going to drive. For a while, and this is our
8 hours.
It's more of it definitely will be an 8-hour that day, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, we're not stopping. I don't know. We could.
Who knows?
It might be a 7.
Yeah, we're pretty inexperienced. We've never.
Well, we have done this, and we've done this under more stressful.
I just mean we haven't done this specifically during Thanksgiving time, and so we don't know how the traffic is.
Yeah, but we're coming a day early, several days early.
Well, yeah, but who really drives up to visit their family
on
Thanksgiving or the day before?
Okay. You have no idea. It's a lot. It is a lot. Because people are busy. I mean, look at it.
That's true. It's like you have a full-time job, and now you have to take time off of work.
Right. And so yeah, it's mostly the work, and then schools are only our school isn't very generous.
High schools are very generous.
Right, well...
They'll give you, 1 or 2 weeks before.
No, you know why? It's because they're running out of money, so they can't operate those days. That's why they're so nice to kids with how much break time they get throughout the years. It's been going up because we give the schools less money.
Yeah.
That's what goes on there.
Sure.
But, yeah, so we're very excited a little bit. I mean, not really. We said we were going to get fun things, like games and ideas for the
Yeah, I've been asking people, and they just have no idea what to do in 8 hours of being in a car.
I mean, I think it's fun. I get my tunes up.
Yeah.
It's a nice drive. I think it's fun because I do the first half of the drive. I do the LA stressful parts. And so that is what I'm really excited about, I think. And then you do the boring part, I would say. The boring safe
part. Which I like. Except I can't look out the window and admire the cows.
Yeah, that's the only
planes.
That's the only thing that I know you miss is the cows, and you point them out, and they're brown cows, and you're so amused that they're brown cows, like you've never seen a brown cow before.
They're brown cows on a yellow background. It is yellow everywhere. It is this huge yellow field with black dots on it. It is astounding. I do not know how you do not appreciate this sight.
We were literally talking about cows, and you were like...
Oh no, brown cow.
What? What?
Argument settled.
Oh my gosh.
On to the next point. Right.
So, but we're going to be up there for Thanksgiving, which you've never had Have you ever had like a proper Thanksgiving, like turkey and mashed potatoes and corn or something like that?
I mean, every now and then we do get like these like feasts, I guess I might call them, for like other holidays in my family in the past.
Right,
and so they'd be like these big dishes of like pork, you know, like we'd have this entire whole pork.
Right.
Like pig.
Right.
Roasted pig.
For any of you listeners out there who are new to this show, Aileen is Asian, so hence the pork and hence the okay, now I'm being stereotypical,
so
but
only Asian people eat pork, huh?
No, but
because we're pigs.
What? No, but I'm saying there's not a lot of people that eat the whole pig, you know, and like it's all brown skin, and like I can see it on the platter right now. Yeah, it probably is. I don't. You guys know how
the
to
eyeballs are
live
the
and
best
eat.
part.
Okay, stop. My whole family is going, ew, and you're probably serious. Is the worst part. Oh, you're not.
No, we did not eat the eyeballs.
Oh. Hey, you do like a bunch of weird cuts of meat.
Okay, yeah. There's also like chicken with the head still on, you know. That's a thing. We also eat chicken feet.
Okay, that's weird. That's just
I know
weird.
that sounds weird, but it's
it's scaly. It's like
it's kind of like skin, basically.
Let's stop talking about chicken
consistency.
No, but the point is that you know your family doesn't celebrate a lot, and so this is going to be very exciting that you get to now celebrate. You get to have the hors d'oeuvres. You get to watch the parade with me, where you see me go full on communist because I'm mad that it's all about commercialism and that no one's thankful for anything in this American society.
It's about Christmas now.
It's about Christmas and getting stuff. You know, that's what it's about. I'm getting worked up.
To be fair, your family asks for a Christmas list for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but that's because of time constraints, not because... And to be fair, it is after the dinner... Well, it was. It's a high demand this year.
Uh-huh. I get that.
But yeah, we're excited. And we'll be coming back soon. So, alright, I think that was good for episode 6. So that'll about do it for today. Thank you very much for listening in. This has been episode 6 of the... Hold on, let me check the name. Hold on. The name is... Nothing to Do with Anything, episode 6. Thank you for watching once again, or listening. No, that was the old joke. I have been your host, Jake Malone.
Thanks.
And this has been...
Great.
We'll see you all soon. Thank you for listening. See you next time.
See ya.
I almost said next week. I don't make promises I can't deliver. Alright, see you for reals.